Hello, everybody. Oh, please silently judge, especially this game. Hi, studio. Hi, realness. You like the music? You like this part where Johnny just kills them keys? Way to go, Johnny. So, I don't know how the reception of this game's gonna be. I hope that you guys like it. I've never played this. I did like the first one. Okay. I don't really have anything to go over. Realness. I did do the Final Fantasy 15. Uh, hold on. I did do the Final Fantasy 15 demo, or 16. Sorry. Wait, why is that bar? Okay. I just had to move it closer. Wait, it's not detecting. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. You need to finish it. The last 5 minutes of that demo, I'm in. I'm in. I'm all in. They got me. They got me real good. I hate how hard they got me with that. The last 5-10 minutes. That's all it took. There are I don't know how to say this without it coming off offensive. There are people who could be diverse in it, but for whatever reason, they're treating them like they're a fantasy race. And I don't understand it. There's diversity, but not in a realistic sense. There's diversity in instead of dwarves and orcs and stuff like that, they're like, what if this is just a light-skinned black person and let's call them something else? And I don't get it. I'm not supporting that. I like the the dude who is Titan could have been literally anything else, but they're treating him like he's a different species. Why is my voice not picking up? Hold on. Is that just too high? Is that too low? Let me move that down. Now is it? Okay. But yeah, realness. That game, they got me in that last little bit. Finish that demo. I hate it. I hate that I like it. There were times during that demo I was just like, do I want to keep going? There's a lot of watching happening and not a lot of gaming going. But we're not here for that. We're here for Deadly Premonition 2. A blessing in disguise. A and B are backwards, so that's weird. Nice tree. It's it's like my Muppet isn't responding to everything. And I don't know why. It looks fine. Not on my side. Alright, we're just outside of New Orleans. I'm guessing we were in the morgue. Or very cold crime scene? Very cold crime scene. Yep. What happened to her? Lightsaber murder. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay, they started out really weird already.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Quiet down? Ha! You have
Any direction
idea
I press makes her walk forward.
I'd be half naked in Havana right now if you hadn't shown up. Soaking up some rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand, and a seafood-slathered Havana-style pizza in the other. What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
No. The Regional Bureau Chief merely issued a special order.
It's weird that you can press in any direction to move forward.
Agent Jones, don't let him take control of the conversation. The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike. And no red, remember?
Uh-oh. You could have at least put it in your pocket. Someone can see that red.
Come on in.
I mean, there is red in the room, so... He's seen better days.
You have questions for us? That's why you're here, isn't it?
That's Zach. He likes movies. Every direction moves you. Why give you control? That's so strange. I've never played a game where anything you do just progresses it. Hey, he had a Smash Brothers invite on his desk. Whoa. That was uncalled for.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Yes?
Hmm? Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan? I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis, and this is...
Simon Jones. An analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh, hi.
Simon got caught.
Seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game. Isn't that right, my
Get it?
fairy? How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't ask me about my fairy. That's a private matter.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived. If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face. Excuse me, Mr. Morgan, but would you please refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about... yes, that.
You don't need to worry about us. Don't get in our way, and we won't get in yours.
He is very protective of his weed.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that. Our data needs to be consistent. Now please, put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
What if we say no?
Then I'll put it out myself. Using force.
Nah, Morgan will take her out.
Whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house. Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes. And I mean, come on.
It's medicinal.
Exactly.
It is his own home. You can use visions to acquire important hints that are processed through the game. Hold LB to use vision. Using a vision will deplete your concentration, so careful using it too much. Okay, well, I only had one thing to look at.
Hey, Belle.
I knew you would bring something up like that, Realness.
Why are you dressed so handsomely?
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck. That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society. Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche.
Or maybe it just looks good.
We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society.
Don't worry, studio. They're just setting things up. You don't like her voice? Why?
A man must first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears. Don't judge a book by its cover. For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough. She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Oh, just give it a moment, studio. Everything about this game is supposed to be, like, slightly surreal. You'll get it once it gets going.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
A lot of things aren't gonna match up.
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him. I'll just have to assault him head-on with questions then. First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up. Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carré, Louisiana in 2005?
We solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case. After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carré immediately after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Closed. You sure about that?
You know what's weird? The first game starts out far faster than this one. This is a very slow beginning.
Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means? That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved. Lise Clarkson. This is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it?
Okay, so he was involved in the past, and they only found the body now.
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in. She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared.
It wouldn't work that way, actually.
In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks. At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy? A corpse as beautiful as a goddess. Sounds just like our story.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to? Before coming to us? Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew. After all, you visited Louisiana last week. We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness, aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve.
Why would he?
Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong.
That sounds like
The
him.
owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries, and they always have the most bizarre timing.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
That chessboard looks rather old, and you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
Right. They were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
Is Morgan the bad guy?
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
He's probably just replicating famous games. Or trying to solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan? I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself. When I was in
Nerd.
school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones. He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems.
He's playing with Zach.
There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment. And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history. He was simply playing chess.
I don't look like Simon.
So, what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
He's not a human.
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data. Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Oh no. Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course, we questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner, but we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
What is on the couch?
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead. Remember what happened, my fairy?
Yeah, what is the plastic on the couch?
That warehouse. That man. So incoherent.
Are those empty IV
Such
bags?
pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found? Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005. Remember, Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
And why did he tape up his milk cartons? Ooh, he shouldn't have said that.
Large man, yes?
Now Morgan knows.
No need to answer. If you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it.
He's got something in a jar of brine on the shelf.
Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're
Yeah, I was
practically
wondering.
begging me to question them.
There's a clean triangle on the desk. Like,
Mr. Morgan. I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries.
that's where his fairy does their drugs. Okay, so his fairy is Zach. And Zach doesn't do drugs.
They've existed from the start.
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon, don't touch the sanctuary.
Yes, Simon. We warned you once.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out?
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban? We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy?
Browsing the internet.
4.5 years. All that time, and what does he have to show for it?
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on, I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
Simon gives up too much information.
He's completely taken control of the conversation. At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more. Agent Jones. The briefcase isn't even that big. How long does he intend to keep that up? Does he have pizza menus stuffed inside there or something?
It doesn't let me look around.
Agent Jones? Did you find the files?
Greenville case files. Francis Z. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan, do you recognize these files?
God damn it,
Whoa.
Simon. How many times you need to be warned?
Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of
told you.
justice.
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Surrounded. Ah! 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 Yeah.
Mr. Morgan?
Uh-oh.
I cut my finger with that can opener this morning. I thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through. How could I be so stupid?
Should have known better.
Everything should be fine now. I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition.
What happened to him between the first game and this point in his life?
The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear. Please, accept my deepest apologies.
I'm sorry too, Morgan. I don't know what I was thinking.
Like, what traumatized him to this point?
I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again. And no more red, either.
Don't ever touch one. I told them not to.
Now, may we return to our discussion? Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red. And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case.
Another strangely clean surface.
Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
Sanctuaries are sanctuaries. Nothing more and nothing less.
Dust
That
doesn't
doesn't
stick to
explain
them.
anything.
Why do you wish to know?
Just curious.
Belle. You're a much ruder person than you initially seemed to be. Don't you agree, my fairy?
Nah, she's not that rude.
What do our sanctuaries have to do with the investigation? If you're out of questions, then how about just going home?
Hey, mind if I jump in here?
Shut up, Simon.
What is it, Simon? We hope you've got a real question for us.
Well, actually, I'm also a little curious myself. No one's supposed to touch any sanctuary, right?
That's what we said.
What about you, though? You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
What are you getting at?
I mean, I doubt if any of this really matters, but if no one can touch the sanctuaries, then how do you clean them?
They just don't get dirty. That's a dumb question. Get out of here, Simon.
This is a very large shredder. Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
It came with the apartment.
Good question. But we never know when some curious civil servants may come and sift through our trash now, do we?
You're already retired. What are you so worried about?
It's just a simple habit from back when we were still on duty. Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico? Some habits are hard to break, no matter how hard you try.
I don't know what I'm
Mr.
supposed to
Morgan?
use the look.
I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
We don't want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized?
Apparently.
It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem.
Ain't that the truth?
The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Luke Carre case?
Read the report. We have nothing else to say.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past.
Honeycomb in a jar.
Looks like another old antique. He collects milk cartons but treats valuable antiques like trash. What's going on in his head? A jar of honey with honeycomb inside it. There's nothing strange about it, but it still gives me a weird feeling.
That might be the one. I've never had
That's
raw
royal
honeycomb.
jelly.
Huh?
You were staring at the jar, weren't you? Do you find it strange that there's honeycomb inside? We wanted to harvest royal jelly in its most natural state.
Does that mean he has a queen bee? Oh, you've had it,
The
Studio?
queen's main food source, created from the worker bee's secretions. By absorbing it into our own bodies, we too can acquire that power. Incidentally, did you know that all the worker bees are female?
No.
Guess they didn't teach you that at Quantico. Male bees are only born to inseminate, and they're born from unfertilized eggs to boot. They have short lives and don't even get stingers. Sort of feels like a glimpse into the future of our society, wouldn't you agree? Women are gifted with the power to conceive, give birth, and nourish their children. But men are consumed with the job of providing women with the chance to do so. If women no longer had to rely on men for the seeds of life, they would soon cease to desire them, we believe. Be careful, Simon.
Huh? Of what?
Can it, Simon?
Your bell's already stolen the reins from you.
The silver clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
That's right. John Harrison's 5th chronometer. Completed in 1770. After many years, he completed it and presented it to the Board of Longitude in order to end their feud with him. That's only a replica, of course.
You like clocks?
Clocks are amazing. Prime fruit of the human race's intellect. We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
Yeah, I love clocks too. Absolutely fascinating.
Shut up, Simon.
I disagree.
Oh? Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen. Yet nowadays people can't tell what time it is unless it's measured in numbers. Talk about idiocy. I don't mean to side with the Board of Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone. We have our eyes to read moon charts and study the sky. We don't need clocks.
What if it's cloudy or storming?
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
Hear that, my fairy? Courage and a love for adventure?
That sounds like Zach
Come
to
on,
me.
Belle. Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
Hey, hold on a second here. That board of longitude thing. What the heck is that? I mean, I've heard of it before. I'm an FBI analyst, remember? I just sort of can't remember it right now. I know what it is, really.
Oh, Simon.
I'm telling the truth.
Okay. We believe you.
Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
Is that the tree from
This
the first
photograph
game?
predates Greenvale. It's from the Lucare case you worked on in 2005.
Red. Red tree. Red tree.
Yes. A red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case.
I don't know. I'm curious about it myself, Studio.
They're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees.
Answer me. What are these trees?
Red trees.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
The red trees. You really did your homework.
Oh, she slipped.
Well done, Belle. You're good. Damn good.
Are you ready to talk now? I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Fine. We'll tell you. We'll tell you what happened in that town.
She activated Francis.
Yes. It was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was... It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers.
Hey, that's a good word.
It all
Don't
started
mock him.
back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me. My better half.
Wait. Does that mean he lost Zach that whole time?
Never a choice when somebody needs you. You can't turn away. You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for hire, working alone.
So this is a prequel to the first
Always a voice, a cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten, but it haunts me, my destiny.
Yeah, this is a
To
sweary
be
story,
alone.
which is why I like it. Sweary and Sue.
There's a time when you see life for what it's gotta be.
Okay.
You should know they'll destroy you. A call to me to keep searching.
Alright, after the song, I'll turn it
Walk
up.
alone.
I'm more click away. That escalated quick. Man, this started so slow compared to the first game. I wonder if that was like... Well, obviously it was deliberate, but I wonder if it was like to be as stark of a difference at the beginning as possible. This is a very long load. This is on my SSD. Shouldn't be that long.
Zach. Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
I'm pressing... Oh, I had to actually select it.
There you are, Zach. Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos. Isn't that right, Zach?
I guess it's right. Deadly Premonition? Summer of 2005.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Francis York Morgan.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
I'm the chef, David.
Hi, David.
If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
I already like David.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now, I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon?
That's for sure.
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice if you ask me.
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident.
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI. I only
but
heard
you
what I
stayed
heard.
and talked.
But seeing as you're fixing to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do. I appreciate it.
What do you mean? This game was made in 2022? 2021. State-of-the-art graphics. What do you mean? What do you know about the victim?
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here?
So, the real reason this game looks the way it does, Swery had the genius idea that if he was gonna make a Deadly Premonition sequel, he would make it in the same engine and use the same assets from the first game. This is an actual modern-day Majora's Mask. No, this is an in-house engine.
The one above that huge cold storage complex.
This is what a PS3 game looks like, made in modern day, if you still used all of the modern, or like all of the original. Hey, this is as good as the PS3 can get. What are you talking about?
Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seat.
And they used as many of the resources as they could.
They own most of the land around here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant. Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know? They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
Where's the Clarkson's house?
What do you know about the Clarkson's house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear of that place.
Why?
That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days. Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters.
Oh no, this is gonna be like the gas mask dude.
And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all. So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe or nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
What's the local law enforcement?
Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here. They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart. And when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's
Well,
the deep south for you. This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
how was she killed? What do you know about New Orleans? Hi, Judicious. Kill what?
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief, right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans.
Infamous 2.
They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism. Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
What's your point?
Cat People. That's my point. Cat People. 1982, directed by Paul Schrader. The crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s.
Judicious, all I can say about it is play it if you have a PS5, and the last 5-10 minutes or so, top tier. Like, that ending twist, that sold me. I'm sold.
The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers. I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of Cat People for myself. That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
By the way, York loves movies. He's obsessed with movies. Yeah, definitely play the demo. To everybody, if you have access to a PS5, play the Final Fantasy 16 demo. Yeah, that's it. Like, it's impossible to talk about without spoilers or influencing anything. Like, just play it.
Okay.
And mind you, I have completely given up on Final Fantasy thanks to the last, like, what was it? First Soldier, Stranger of Paradise, just the onslaught of bad Final Fantasy content that we have had. Like, it all ruined it for me. Like, it everything was spoiled. I wasn't even considering on getting 16. And then I played the demo. And now I'm just like, I might not get it day one, but I'm tempted to get it day one.
Another vital element of Cat People is the presence of Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, talk about a masterpiece.
Blue Thunder is not a masterpiece.
Listen carefully, David. Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder. Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I already covered all the important parts.
Walk away from this guy? From the chef?
When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister. Why do you look so excited, huh?
Stop being Francis. No, I'm York. I'm playing as York right now.
Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Phrasing, dude. Phrasing.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes. But folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar. Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Oh, that reminds me, Judicious, as somebody who has played Final Fantasy XIV, I can't help but see the 14 influence in 16. Like, Shadowbringers, 150% influence 16. The entire time I was playing it, I was just like, this could easily have been an expansion. The character models, the armor, the locales, they all look like 14 to me. And I can't help but see it. That would be the negative, the main negative that I would say about the 16 demo. It's too similar to 14.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces, scattered around the altar like.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
How can I get around town?
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question. Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh?
What?
But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really.
I love that answer. Who are you referring to, Studio?
But I'll listen if you want me to.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible, especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana. So, I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
Oh, I got bad news, Studio. Nobody in these games are hot. Not only that, I'm pretty sure this is peak attractiveness for York. Don't worry, we'll get him a nice suit.
A hybrid car.
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars.
You had a convertible, Realness? What kind?
Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
Studio, that's like your car.
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own. Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity.
Like your car, Studio.
Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter, 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that.
A 200's not that bad, Realness.
See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself, especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, yeah, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
What, was it just a beater? Like...
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it, and in its place, they left me this.
What?
A skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4
I
wheels.
like how he has to describe what a skateboard is.
Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
He's got them element wheels, too.
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised? No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery.
I can't wait to do some skateboard tricks.
Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us.
You think this is weird? Hold on. This is one of those hold my beer situations. just give us some time.
Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach?
I like how watching their film is saying thanks.
Zach, the searing light. These scents. It's the deep South.
That breakfast,
That
though.
was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Well, the tea was to die for, but I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Yeah, these, sweary games get very weird. You hated this? Oh, we haven't even gotten to the exciting parts. It's funny you bring up Gator's realness. Return to York's room and review. Can I move around now? Look, I can move in different directions now. Let's interrogate everybody. Oh, it won't let me. Look at this spread. You think they got turkeys every morning? This guy can't decide which pastry he wants. Oh, you'll see. Gators are a huge part of this game. They got a turkey, all these cakes, breads, sausage. This restaurant, or not restaurant, this hotel must cost a fortune. I don't want to give nothing away, but there are gators in this game. Lots of them. Can I enter any other rooms? I'm gonna buy a drink. Coffee. Oh. Man, this is as jank as a PS3 game. They really made sure they used the exact stuff. Look at that reflection. Can I interact with anything else? There's the suit.
Sang Rouge. They're chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach? I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami. Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two.
What?
Even with the help of the drugs. A feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna just ignore he's got potions
I know,
and a
Zach,
voodoo
I
doll.
know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
Saint Rouge?
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow. The 16-year-old girl who was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare.
It's very nice that for your first case, they give you all of the possible evidence. Like, I don't think I missed any of the evidence possible, because all of it came from one dialogue section.
And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach. You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films.
No, he's not.
Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history.
Okay, studio. Have fun with hoarders.
Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line, a genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Oh, that is definitely not the timeline we went down. York clearly hasn't seen Bad Boys or Transformers. We got our first save point. An hour in for one save point. Okay, what's the deal with this? I can interact with everything except for the giant altar. The thing that I want to interact with the most.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
You can use the closet to change clothes and send clothes out for dry cleaning. If you wear the same clothes for a long time, they'll become dirty, so make sure you clean them regularly. Properly groom yourself. Do note that when you send one outfit out for dry cleaning, you won't be able to wear it again until it's delivered back to you. So, in order to, like, represent the Bureau well, you have to shave and be presentable, take showers, clean your clothes. You know, all that FBI stuff. In fact, let's get a shave in real quick. You can use the toolbox to store items and take them back out later. You can hold as many items as your person as once, so you'll need to utilize, or you can only hold so many. Okay. Rubber bullets. Oops. Having A and B backwards is really confusing. Okay, that should be good. It looked like I had enough healing and caffeine. Uh-oh.
Hey there, Chef. What's cooking?
Chef,
I see what he did
what
there.
are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
This is a different David, not
I
the
just
chef.
heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Lucare is French, but does it
Totally
have any
different person.
special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Lucare means square in French.
Ah. And
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it
The
fancies
town's
you.
a square.
It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, so, are the Davids like Nurse Joy's and Officer Jenny's? York like that.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality. Just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say. The job makes the man.
It still may be a Nurse Joy situation. Check out the map. Game, let me play.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. Faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century.
Now that's what I call a hotel.
Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should
Wait, is
talk
he
to him.
moving? That painting is 100% moving.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
Okay.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hungan.
I like his face
Hunga.
paint.
The title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Okay, all of the paintings are alive. And the head.
Do you comprehend the Oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Fell 10 maidens in the shrine of hunger. Find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent.
We're gonna do a
and you will
dream
glimpse
sequence.
the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the Oracle.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Okay. Telephone. Oh. That's just to save it. I don't think I can interact with any of the people.
Zach, this is Lucare. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
At least the map's smaller than the first game. Or seems like it's smaller.
Zach, what did you think of Hungan's Oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside. Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The Oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where? And the 10 things that need to be knocked down. Simple, right? The answer is bowling. The shape of the bowling pin was based on the feminine form. The 10 maidens are the 10 pins. But a
So the
place where
diner and
someone
lane?
can both eat. Alexis's Diner and Lane. This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be able to find it.
He said the answer. I didn't solve it.
Now for the other Oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous zero represents? Zero is usually treated as a base number. But under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius.
The fire station?
And 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous zero than that.
Is
The
it
Clarkson Food Delivery Service's cold storage warehouse. That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing. Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
No, I guessed.
And how about that Hungan? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
To the bowling alley.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel. If you're dying
Another
to smoke,
David.
head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At
bellboy.
your service, boss.
There are a lot of Davids here.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams Deep South, actually. No, it doesn't.
I was about to say,
This
what
is
part
all
of that?
his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
There's no rear exit? Wait, what was the time frame? Journal. Nope. Oh, these controls are getting me. Between 8 and 17. What time is it? I want the middle. I don't know what time it is. Hey,
Hiya,
David.
boss. How can I be of service?
The hotel is pretty impressive. Why, thanks, boss. Okay. If it's not voice acted, it's probably not important. Who's she? That's a new character model. Oh, the long load. Man, I'm kind of curious to know how long this load would take on my non-SSD. It's not like it has a lot to load. Oh, did it freeze? Is it dead? Is it good? It's not moving. There we go. Oh, nope. Yep. Yep. All right, there we go.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease.
Oh.
You
Hello.
know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
This girl. Oh, she ain't backing down. Wow, he's signing it.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper.
It took him that long to notice.
Too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
She's just trying to get into all the legal situation.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Run, crouch, dodge, melee, and red room. Okay.
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about.
How
I'm
does everyone know?
They call me the sheriff round here.
Hi, Melvin.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one. Yeah, folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like. All pigs must die in the city of wolves. Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you'd... Hey! I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all.
What was the character model doing?
Anywho, round these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is.
His sheriff's
Melvin,
star badge
about the
moves
Lise
when
Clarkson
he
I
moves.
knew you were here for that case.
It
Can't
swishes.
put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their
This looks
grasp.
like Gary's mod. It took me a
FBI,
moment.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation.
He's looking to her like, come
The
on,
Lise
you're the
Clarkson
adult.
case is connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. if you're fixing to take the lead, then go right ahead. I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent.
That little
Seth.
girl's like, you can't be serious.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You
Why
already
does
figured
his
that much
fingers
out.
look that way?
But,
His arm's not attached.
I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much. You know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours, so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances. So be on time. Got it? Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
There's something wrong with his character model. A lazy cop, that's your answer. X is get on and off skateboard. B speed up, A slow down. Okay. Here we go. Oh, these controls. Hold on, I can do this. Hold on. Okay. Nailed it.
Hey, you. You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you?
She's onto us.
Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
How did she figure us out already?
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology of the criminals I deal with.
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real. Hey, can I come with you? You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free, but I have one condition.
Take this gun.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter. Zach, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. I can't leave her alone like this. You feel the same way, don't you?
Main quests and waypoints. Hey kid, I hope you got your own skateboard, because I'm out of here. Is she keeping up? Okay, she disappeared.
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG, I think. What exactly does that mean?
Clever little girl. That's what it stands for.
Where are you?
It's nice that he made up his own nickname for me and all, but
Where is
it sounds
she?
kind of weird. I wish he'd call me something normal, like just Patricia or Patty, you know?
Patty? Now that name's got a ring to it. I like it. How about Zach and I call you Patty from here on out?
Do whatever you like. Weirdo. You're heading to the warehouse, right? You gonna go straight there?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to talk to Zach. We're also on a mission to fell 10 maidens, you see. I'm eager to visit Alexis's diner in Lane, but we've only just arrived in this town, so it might be nice to stroll around a bit.
We gotta get to this.
I thought you came here to investigate.
Freezer.
Patty, you're still just a child. Why do you worry so much? We're born to be free, and this is America, land of the free. You should always feel free to do whatever you want. Isn't that right, Zach?
Maybe I shouldn't have come with you. I'm getting kind of nervous now.
How is she keeping up? Wait, what was the time frame? Yeah, 8 and 17. I don't want to know what those red dots are. There's gotta be a faster way, right? So this is the game.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it. In the end, it would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by...
Oh, that cut him off. Oh, hey, how'd you get here? She must have her own skateboard.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick. The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time.
I had an element deck.
I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you. By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like.
Got a gun.
I call him Mr. Alligator. Badass, ain't he? It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
What?
And here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees.
2005, still had roaming fees.
Might take you a while to get used to them, but you'll get it.
You just have to pay for the minute.
Try letting them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
Boost. Mr. Alligator is a gun that fires non-lethal rubber bullets. You can purchase more rubber bullets at shops, so keep your eye on stock. That jab. Joke's on them, I only fired one round.
Now this is...
Did say tranquilizer.
For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch. But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure it's peaceful. At least the humans are. But the animals, are a different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town. One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened a long time ago, but still, one chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you. Poor kid's parents didn't
Meanwhile,
even know
that
what
little
to put in
girl's
his coffin.
just staring at him.
The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, Those suckers just attack on sight.
That girl's like, nah, it's okay. I'm already traumatized. Can't get any worse.
Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp.
I'd watch Blood Swamp.
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague. It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula. After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's, yes, an extremely edifying movie.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons.
Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York. What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck.
That girl is the most competent character in this game.
This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
Oh, right. Yeah. I reckon I better start from there. I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York. As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right? Well, that's 'cause there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no more. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town. But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right?
He sounds a little too enthusiastic.
So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
Anywho, this is where the real story begins. Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Missing?
Yeah. All of a sudden...
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not.
Yes, he did.
I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
Except the owners of the building...
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid... Hey! All right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember. Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You sure?
That's why he has to investigate Melvin.
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin. You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
Melvin, why are you such a bad officer? Oh, the body's not here anymore. No need to investigate. Certainly don't need to look inside the building where the body went missing from. Definitely no evidence there pointing to anything. And there's only one key to this entire facility. Yep, only one person had it.
You holding up okay, CLG? You sure you don't want to wait outside?
And let's bring this child with us.
I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him. He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
He's not talking to himself, he's talking to Zach. Shut up.
Zach, this is the ambiguous zero. The deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Is it this? Nope, it's not that. I'm gonna be right back. I am very thirsty. So, hang out in the red, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright, I'm back. I should probably save, huh? Yeah. I guess I can't save here? Oh wait. Was it journal? Not journal. Okay, let's investigate. Shouldn't there be, like, racking or something? Visions. You can use visions to acquire important hints. Okay. Oh, that revealed a lot. Oh. What's that? What is that emote? You gotta hand it to him. This game does have good music. Johnny playing them keys in the beginning.
Good God almighty. This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come in.
Yes, it's quite the funhouse. Truly a dazzling place. Meet entertainment. That's the only way to describe it. Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical...
Symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death, resonating together.
I don't like how much the two of them are bonding.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are.
That's a fact.
I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Oh, man.
At first, Zach, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder. Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
Okay, so let's find more clues. Crawfish tail. Wait, I saw another clue back there. We gotta look for any of the shinies. I guess it's further in.
Melvin, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you a personal question.
I'm probably missing a bunch of clues.
In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye.
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right. Candy. Her name's Candy.
Her name's Candy.
The prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor struck hard.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth is, Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more, so I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal, but this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy.
Wasn't that obvious?
But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Oh, thank you, CLG, and you're my pride and joy.
Well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene? But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old? Perhaps Candy is already... No, let's not think about that. It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
I see what he was implying there. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in here. There's definitely gonna be an otherworldly shootout in this place. Okay, nothing over here. If you're not familiar with the first game, you basically go to places to investigate, and then the world distorts into the red. And then you fight monsters and stuff. Here we go. There's clearly footprints.
Here we are, Zach. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family. I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent York. Did you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can? We don't have any special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh? Don't compare us with city folk. This is Lucare. Or maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
He probably is.
Sorry, you're right. I went a bit too far just now. But don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
Aren't her legs totally frozen right now? Okay, I want the shiny thing to the left before we start. Bullfrog leg. Sometimes you'll come across hidden passages in areas that cannot be entered through normally. Whenever you find suspicious area, you should try looking for a different perspective. In other words, press L to crouch. Nailed it. Oh, there's a lot for this. Styrofoam boxes.
Boxes of the past or presence of the future? Either way, this is a curious time capsule. Forgotten boxes. Looks like shelled headless shrimp. When were these boxes brought here? And when will they be taken away? Zach, can you feel it? The perpetual, unstoppable flow of time.
Wait, there's something up above.
Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zach? I'm gonna go with okra. Yeah, okra.
Why?
I'm sure it must be okra. That's a staple of the South.
It's a butchery.
Zach, can you see that? Look closely.
A handprint.
That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this. It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints. Yes, Zach, that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall. An icicle. Never thought I'd see one of these down in the South.
Alright, so we just have to find a 10-foot tall person.
These pallets are a mess. Looks like this area isn't used often. Still, the idea to store a body here. It's a novel, sophisticated idea, unlike anything I'd ever come up with. Look at the thermometer, Zach. It's at 10 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 12.2 degrees Celsius. This must not be the ambiguous 0. Zach, these are human footprints, and they're extremely large. Yes, Zach, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures. This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing.
Yeah, who would walk around barefoot in a freezer?
That's right. A body bag. Lisa's body must have been left here, but there are no signs that the bag was dragged away, so our criminal must possess monstrous strength.
Well, he is 10 foot tall. Hey, we got $65 for that.
Seems like our flying serpent isn't here. Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods? Why didn't you say so earlier?
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? You could darn well freeze to death. All life will come to an end. in the icebound zone. You feel me?
Someone's really proud of the animation
Let's head
that
there
they
at once.
made.
I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
But what about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now. Now please, guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once. These luxury foods are most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine. I'm so excited to see what we'll find. Aren't you, Zach?
He's more concerned about the food than the case now. Where do we go?
A 10-foot tall giant? All right. Now that one's gotta be a joke. Right, Mr. York?
Nah. That's the realest thing he said all game.
That elevator needs a key, Mr. York.
Do you have one?
Actually, no. I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there, so I didn't bother to go and get one.
Well, then would you go and get one now?
Yeah. COG, I know. I'll tell it to him straight. Thing is, Mr. York, you know the Clarksons? The folks who own this place? Well, they don't too much like the police, and they sure as hell don't like them when they're my color. It was, real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through, so they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead. All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that, right?
Ooh.
That's always what I see you doing on TV.
TV ain't real, little girl. Alright, which one of these is the slacker who's gonna let us do it?
Better check back here as well, just to be on the safe side.
Everyone in this town watches too much TV. Do I have it? Do I have what? I don't know how long ago the question was asked or what the question is. I don't know what you're talking about. Can I not move this? You texted me? I did not see that. Give me a second, I'll look. I do not have her number. I don't know how to move this. Oh, that's how. Sorry. I mean, she would know that that is her career. I just don't know what her prices are.
Zach, the human ability to adapt is a frightening thing.
We're not... Her body was stolen by a 10-foot man who was walking in bare feet in the freezer. So we're trying to find a slacker who doesn't want to work that will give us their key card to let us go into the sub-freezer to get more evidence. A 10-foot man.
Some humans have the power to sleep anywhere as long as they set their minds to it.
That means we're robbing him. We got that elevator key.
Now we should be able to... No need to worry. This facility no longer has a body to steal. What else do they have to lose? A few cans of crawfish? I feel bad for him, but it's for the sake of the investigation.
Yeah, we're problematic. It's okay if you're an FBI agent. Everyone knows that. Okay, I need my path to clear up. This wasn't a particularly hard puzzle to solve. It was annoying, though. I just found a gator scale. Oh wait, shiny. Black bass tail. I'm the FBI, I don't need a warrant. Shut up. Get out of here, Ace. There is no warrant. I'm above the law. I am the law.
Mr. York, did you find a key?
Stole it.
Ha! Now that's my special agent. There, wanna head straight down?
You bet. Let's sally forth, Melvin.
Nothing's gonna get in my way of solving this case. This case that nobody in this town cares to solve.
Zach, look at that thermometer. 0 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. This is the ambiguous 0.
We're gonna find the serpent here.
Hey, Avery!
Oh, he's got his earbuds in.
Open the damn door, Avery! It ain't no use, Mr. York. Once Avery starts working on something, that's all he sees.
I relate.
He just tunes out everything else. We'll have to wait until he finishes and comes out to us, I reckon. Or we could come back tomorrow.
I disagree, Melvin. Time may be on our side, but that doesn't mean we should waste it. You gave me Mr. Alligator precisely for moments like these, didn't you?
He's just gonna shoot him?
Wait, Mr. York! Those tranquilizers may be non-lethal, but it's still dangerous to use them on humans.
Of course, Melvin. I never said I was going to shoot him.
He implied it.
You're gonna shoot some meat to get his attention. I'm right, ain't I?
Okay. Let me save it for real quick. Because this can go tragically wrong. Which one should I shoot? Gatorhead? Do people eat Gatorhead?
This is Mr. York, an agent from the FBI.
Hey, this guy's 10 foot tall.
Hi, Avery. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Couldn't help but notice you're 10 foot tall.
You a smarty pants, hmm?
He's shyer than he looks. Come on, just settle down, Avery. Tell him what this here place is for.
I like the gator heads just
Lots
rolling.
of expensive food here. Yup. Mighty precious to the Clarksons, so I gotta
Tastes like chicken.
guard it.
I see. So you're this area's keeper.
But do people eat the gator
I
head?
help with the research too. I do like research.
Research? What are you talking about, Avery? This doesn't look like a lab to me.
Oh, ain't no lab. It's a warehouse. Ain't no lab. The smarty pant scientist does the research. I ain't no smarty pants, you know.
He's a bit slow in the mind, but he ain't a bad guy.
It's because he spends all his time being cold.
Your story about the giant who carried Lisa out. Don't tell me you think it's him. I mean, it's true that he's free to come and go as he pleases in this warehouse, but...
No, as far as I can tell, he's just a bit over 6'5". The one who moved Lisa's body must be at least 10 feet tall. He's clearly too short.
Okay.
Too short, huh? Well, if you ever happen to find a man who makes him look small, I'd sure like to meet him.
Oh, don't ask for that.
Lise.
Hey, cut it out!
Lise. Why?
Avery, that's not Lise.
Not Lise?
This is Melvin's daughter, and my precious assistant. Unfortunately, Elise is no longer with us.
Lise. Lise. My fault.
Wait, why is it his fault?
I guess he's sort of like Lise, you know? See, the poor fella's got himself a childlike mind. You know how normal kids tease other kids in order to get attention? Well, with this big lug, sometimes folks who don't know him too well see something and end up calling the police. But I know that deep down, he's got a good heart. Hey, Mr. I'll keep him busy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry this particular inspection along. Just holler at me if you find anything. I reckon that'll make it easier for you to go do your thing.
Did they cut dialogue there?
Melvin, I think you're finally starting to catch on.
What happened there? I didn't press anything. And it's like it skipped an entire conversation part. Okay, flying serpent.
Hung alligators. I suppose in a way they sort of look like flying serpents. But that's pushing it. Remember, we're in a dark basement here. They'll never reach the sky.
There might be a way to, like, raise something. I want to inspect.
Avery, this box looks special.
Clarkson food. For their home.
Melvin, is this the Clarksons' family crest?
Oh, the dragonfly? Yeah, that's the Clarksons' mark, all right. Ain't no big deal, though. You can find those all over town.
Is that so?
Well, yeah. They pretty much run all of this town's major industries. Yeah. I do believe they own just about everything there is to own. So their word is law. They got the whole darn town tattooed with their dragonflies. Can't even walk a few steps without seeing one.
Zach, this dragonfly is our flying serpent. The flying serpent owns this town. They're related to Lise Clarkson, our victim, and Hungan's oracle pointed us toward their family crest. The Clarksons must be deeply intertwined with this case. Melvin, Patricia, I think I've had enough of this frozen world. Let's head back out to that merciless
Oh, did I
sun.
mess up? I didn't get any other evidence. I immediately found that.
Well, what are you waiting for? I can't bear to spend another second down here.
Oh, I hope I didn't miss evidence. By this point in the first game, I was already in like 6 dozen gunfights.
What do we do now, Mr. York?
Zack and I will take things from here.
Then what should I do?
Tend to your sick wife? I don't know. You're free to do as you please. I'll stop by the sheriff's office when I need your help again.
I suppose that's what I'll do then. It'll sure make Candy happy. But I am the sheriff of this town, so I do intend to get some work done. I know. How about I search for Lisa's body while you're busy?
Not a bad idea. Just be careful that you don't get attacked by a barefooted giant.
Hey, don't scare me like that. Why do you keep talking about that giant anyway? You really think some giant was responsible for all this?
Melvin, don't be silly. Of course I do. Just when I thought you were starting to catch on. Disappointing, to say the least.
But how can you be so sure? I want to see some proof.
Proof number 1. The footprints that led up to where Lisa's body originally was were made with bare feet. None of the prints looked similar to those of common insulated boots, and the arches of the feet were visible. The person who carried out Lisa's body must have had very large feet. I'd say they were at least 16 inches. Proof number 2. I found fingerprints on the cord of one of the hanging lights in the warehouse. The fingerprints weren't aimed up from below. They were coming directly from the side. Clearly, the giant moved the light because it was in his way. He pinched the cord with his fingers. Proof number 3. There was nothing else found in the vicinity where Lisa's body was stored. This means the giant carried her out without dragging her across the floor. But there's only one set of footprints. The only conclusion I can draw from this evidence is that a barefooted giant standing over 10 feet tall carried Lisa's body out. That concludes the entirety of my proof. Any objections, Melvin?
Do you think Bigfoot would be able to handle those cold temperatures? That would be a Yeti, not Bigfoot.
There ain't no way a human could ever be that tall.
Have you seen every human alive with your own eyes? Well then, you need to forget all your preconceived notions when embarking on an investigation. Whether you come face to face with a 10-foot giant or a skeletal gentleman, you always need to accept everything that comes to you with a clear mind. Do that, and eventually the truth will reveal itself to you. You're a smart kid, I'm sure you understand.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Mr. FBI Special Agent, sir. A sharp eye and flawless observational skills. Uncovering the truth with a heady intuition.
That's kinda how that seems, Ace.
I won't ever question you again. Heck, I'll do whatever you say.
That's it, Melvin. I'm glad you finally caught on. Okay, time to go, Patty. You know this town well, so I'd like you to accompany me from now on.
And you fit on the skateboard.
Patty?
Zack, we found the flying serpent.
Why, yes, I will allow my daughter to leave with you, stranger.
Now we simply need to locate the 10 maidens. It's time to head on to Alexis's Diner and Lane.
We ready to skateboard again? Oh, hold on. I just noticed my skateboard has durability.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Unga, is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell, but it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me. By the way, Zach, Hungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety of different films. My mind must be overlapping him with the skeletal gentleman. Do you remember his name? Ah, yes, that's it. Scatman Crothers. In 1980, he played Dick Halloran in The Shining. And in 1983, he was in The Twilight Zone. He played the man who invited all those elderly folks into a strange new world. I knew it, Zach. There's definitely a connection here. But he's a bit too old. Scatman's more of a sage character. Our skeletal gentleman is a little younger, isn't he? Yes. They have different body types, but what about Forrest Whitaker? He made his debut in 1982 in Fast Times at
never
Ridgemont
stops.
High. Then he was in Platoon and The Color of Money, both released in 1986, followed by Good Morning Vietnam in 1987. Oh, and he was in Bird in 1988. What an impressive filmography. Across the 80s, he transformed his rough, young image into a more cheerful, wiser one. That's why the 80s can also be described as the decade that built up Forrest Whitaker's career. I firmly believe that he'll win an Academy Award for Best Actor someday. Yes, I'm sure it's right around the corner. He'll most likely wait until the time is ripe. Maybe around next year. Then he'll unleash his best performance yet. Zach, I could go on about famous actors forever, but we have a case to solve here. Let's table this discussion for now.
You know he can skate on the grass because his electric car in 2005 magically transformed into the skateboard. I thought I was going directly towards it, but the direction kept changing. Did the game want me to stick to the road and it was adjusting because I wasn't? Okay, okay, that's what we're doing now. Okay. Alright, York, I need you to get it together. Okay, okay, we're back on track. I don't know what just happened there. All that time in that building and it was only 40 minutes. Okay, I'm not imagining it. The icon's changing, right? Oh, game. Oh, game. Come on. This controls like butt. Wait, sparklies. Wait, wait. We gotta dig through this dumpster. Sparrow feather.
By the way, Patty, what do you usually do when you're at home?
Is this an interrogation?
Oh, no. I just figured that since we're working together now, it'd be a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult male like you really be asking a little girl this kind of question? Feel like I heard a story about this.
At least she tried putting him in his place.
Patty, is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right? If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R?
Yeah. Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh?
I am playing this on PC. And yes, it does play this poorly. There are no setting options or anything to make this better. I like that painting. I played the first one on Switch. So, here's the thing. The first game and this game, both of them are really bad. And I can't imagine emulation making it any better.
10 maidens, Zach.
This one
Let's
is
topple their
much
hourglass
slower than the
figures and
first
complete
game.
this oracle once and for all.
Oh, my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh, my lord. Well, ain't that something?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis
I'm pretty
York Morgan.
sure they don't care if
Please,
this
call me
runs
York.
well or not.
Everyone's always called me that.
Oh, my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
You think this is a 1 out of 10? Nah.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
That's valid
Alexis,
realness.
are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
He's about to get slapped.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
10 foot tall.
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't.
I'll join in.
I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall. Maybe it really was an oak tree and she just mistook it for someone. Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees, with lots of Spanish moss hanging down, make me feel a little funny,
I
too.
don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
Nah, Swamp Thing's only
It
like
felt
6
like
foot
a crowd
tall.
of people was staring at me.
yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing, but it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah!
It's her.
I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zach. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right?
Yeah, Ronus, this is embarrassing. Teach you to put my stream on in public. She's having dinner with dolls.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one. You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
Nah, they're walking by like, oh shit, he's listening to Deadly Premonition
I'm FBI
too.
Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Oh, so you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated. Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They are
Does she have a
the
basket
real
of
deal.
crystals?
Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no. Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball.
Oh, terrible.
First time in 12 years, I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing like that ever happens again. In our world, some routines lead to good things, while others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case. And I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
No, absolutely not. Not even the FBI can take my lane from me. I haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago. I'll never break my promise to him.
But...
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Now that you pointed out, Ronus, yeah, this does kind of feel like the original Resident Evil. Why the dramatic slow-mo?
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your
My
mama?
Muppet had more animation than her face while she said that
Zach,
whole
it
sentence.
looks like negotiations have failed. Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane.
Shoot her with the trank.
Yes, I know. I won't do anything illegal.
I'm gonna shoot her. What do you mean, why was that part given so much direction? That's how I know you've been playing, like, audio only. It's been like this the whole game. Alright, lady, get off. Can I save it? Okay. We're gonna save it before I do something stupid. We're getting this lane. Hold on. I hate how backwards the controls are. These are some PS1 style controls. Alright, lady, get off the lane. Okay, that cost me $100. Let's, load. Let's, hold on, let's... Yeah. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Okay, wait. Back. Get out of here. No, I got excessive force. It didn't do anything. How do I load? Data? What do you mean this music doesn't help? That just mess up really bad. I don't have a way of loading the game. Okay, well, I just lost $100. I hope you're proud. Oh wait, I do have a way. You can't stop me, game. We're getting our $100 back. I tried to shoot her, Ace. Oh, now the game won't load. No, what did I do? Oh, wait, no, there it is. It was worth a shot. How good would that have been if she just slumped over and then we bowled over her body? That's what I would have programmed in there. Okay, now we're good. We still have our $100. Who would have known shooting an old lady cost you money?
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter?
Stop! Not now! Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance?
She looks like she's
What, are you
praising the sun.
blind?
So all day, every day, all she does is bowl?
Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Holy...
She loves her bowling.
That stance, oh, always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Zach, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious lady.
Why is he just now
We
noticing?
should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen. Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items? The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now.
Ooh, you got a
We're
keen
gonna mess
eye
with her
there, Mr.
crystals.
Special Agent. Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh yes, a great liking.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Deadly Frida.
Deadly Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
The mirror.
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for you.
Yeah, because everyone just has a map.
Zach, this is it. Deadly Frida. There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind. It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't it?
What does that have to do with the South? Did Sweary just cut all of the action out of the game? Hey kid, get up, we're leaving. He was like, all the supernatural stuff, get that out of my game. Really cool chase sequences? None of that. We're gonna play for 3 hours. We're not gonna show the player any action. Unless it's some sweet skateboarding. Skateboarding's the only action you're gonna get in this game. Wait, hold on. I hit a curb. Okay. Gotta get that kick push. Look at those speed lines. Way faster than a car. Do cars even move in this game? I don't... Have we seen a car drive in this game? They've all been stationary, right? Did they just not want to program a moving car? Oh.
A voodoo shop. It's a voodoo shop.
Just looks like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty. You're much too young to understand the true value of such a place.
He's gonna teach her magic. Alright, what problematic figure are we gonna run into now? Okay, that problematic figure. Should have seen that coming from a million miles away.
This is all kid stuff. It's just a bunch of charms. I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here? My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
Look at this, Zach. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault. It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
She's just like, this is stupid. Oh, why are you here, Mr. The Mirror? I do like that skull, though.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire.
What's that lady in the back shopping for?
Doth this be what thou seekest?
The mirror.
I could sell it to thee now. And only now. Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance. Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
I mean,
That's
that really cuts
crazy.
to the case.
Even I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted. I've been studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My price is true. What say thee?
Good thing I got that $100 back for not shooting the old lady. 30 bucks? Yeah, I'll buy that.
I'll buy it.
Thou art a man of refined taste. I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand to keep it from such a keen-eyed soul.
Where are your eyebrows?
What's wrong with you? No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that. Not even at a garage sale.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zach? What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Use it? Where? How?
In a moment, at
Isn't
the
it
bowling
obvious,
alley.
Patty? I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
In front of her house?
Yes. I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks. And that'll give us a chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. And so is Zach. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
Patricia, you're the most reasonable person in this game. I do really like these statues they've got all over the place.
Whoa.
that was close.
Is that her mom?
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention.
How are they still introducing new characters?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
She sounds like a bad mom, too.
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
No, she's not here. My dolly. She's not here. My dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting. Isn't that right, Zach?
Oh, now we gotta try and find her dolly. My dolly's missing, my sweet dolly. Okay, never mind. We're gonna not get involved at all. Where are the monsters? Quick, get on the skateboard.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place. For better or worse, it's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially when ordering food. They only say what's necessary, without any decoration. The customer only makes eye contact with the waiter about once every 3 times they interact.
I just ran over a squirrel on my skateboard by mistake. That reminds me, did you see that link I posted like a week or so ago in the Discord for Hellskate? Wait. Oh. Wait, hold on. Alright, we gotta place our trap.
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Otherwise, it'll be useless. Let's come back later.
I don't know how to pass time. What's over here? FBI, open up. What are you doing in here? I said, FBI, open up. Do I have to go to the door?
Okay, Patty. I'm going to try asking you that question again. What do you do when you're at home?
I watch TV and look up stuff on the internet, I guess. Ain't much else to do when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach.
It's a Tony Hawk style RPG where you have to outskate all of hell. Waypoints and indicators. How do I make time go? It's only 10 a.m. We have to come back at night. How do I fast travel? Is there no fast travel?
So you clearly love TV.
Waypoint. Oh wait, did I just figure out these controls? Oh, nope. I thought that I figured out how to do a trick. That's just how you break. He is going to wear out the tail of his board if he always stops like that. Yeah, man, I miss skating a lot. And biking. We used to do that all the time, but then my motion sickness kicked up. It's still fun to watch. It's just not as fun, like, not doing it. I'm glad York keeps up the tradition of skating through dirt unhinged. Nothing's gonna stop him. He's got them off-road trucks. Wait. The road is, they didn't even add a curb. Look at this. You can see under the road. Realness, you're telling me this is not a 10 out of 10 game? You telling me that this right here is not 10 out of 10? That's what I'm saying. They got the details perfectly right. Where the roads just float above the ground. That's Louisiana for sure. Are those coyotes? Let's not go that way. Think over here. How do I get in? How do I get in? It's the other way. Okay. Now I can pass time in here, right? Oh wait, can I speak to him again?
Zach, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophy. And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's. Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very same feeling I got when watching a certain film from 1984, directed by Peter Hyams, 2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home. Promise, Zach.
Literally everything reminds him of a film. This was his room, right? That's not his room. There's his room. How do I pass time?
King size, made in France. It looks soft enough to alleviate all our exhaustion. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room.
So we have to be there at 22. So let's do 21. Making me come all the way back here to sleep. Oh, that's not the right way. Man, stamina meter, making everything really far away, slow transportation, meandering dialogue that doesn't go anywhere or progress anything. Ooh, sure is a good game. None of these things are anything I ever complain about in gaming. Oh. That is this game's dialogue. You nailed it. Did you write this game? Yo, let Sweary know I'm a fan of his work, except for this game. Like, I'm in such denial because of the first game that I'm like, it's gonna get good any second now, right? They're gonna put the action back into the game any moment now, right? There's no way this game is just skating back and forth, right? Yo, charge DLC.
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Let's come back later.
Oh. In this game, it's flat circle. Time is a flat circle. It always continues to pass. Passing the time may... Okay. Well, now what? We gotta... I made it here too fast. You wanna skate a little? How do I do tricks?
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing this...
Whoops. He might still be listening, but I don't know if he's in chat. Ace, Realness is trying to get you. Hey, wait! Who are you? Who are you? You just teleported in. Wait, you're not properly textured.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that. One lollipop? Two lollipops?
Wait, did he just do an ollie?
Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
How'd I ollie?
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess.
Oh. Okay, 10 more in game. Even her shrubs are bowling pins. How did he ollie? I was just skating in this direction. And he did it. Look, he did it again! Alright. Oh. Hold on. We're gonna do it. Five more minutes. Ooh, you see that 360? I don't know how to pass time other than this. I'm sorry, guys. We got 4 more in-game minutes. We skating, boys. We skating. Are we gonna see her come home? So the skate person is right here, right? But I haven't unlocked it yet. But there's clearly other decks and stuff I can unlock eventually. I say eventually like I'm gonna keep playing this. Okay. It's in the time frame.
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house. Let's come back later.
What do you mean come back later? This is the time frame. Oh, 22:30. I hate this. Do I have an item to pass time? Rubber bullets, non-lethal, alleviates drowsiness, slowly pass time. No, I want to quickly. Oh, I'm hungry? Yeah, let's eat a lollipop. I didn't know hunger was a thing. It's a good game. It's a good game. My favorite part is how the roads don't line up with the ground. They couldn't even attach it. You can it's quality detail. This game sucks. I don't know what to do. I'm very impatient. Yes, I could skate back to the hotel and sleep for 30 minutes, but then they're gonna charge me, they're gonna dock my pay. I don't want to lose the money, because it already cost me like 80 bucks just to take that nap to pass time as much as I already did. If only I could do like skate tricks or like literally anything. Wait. What happens if I shoot the balloon? Nothing. It doesn't even have a soundtrack for this. There's not even music. At least the first game had music.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it. In the end, it would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by nothing but a first-degree murder tag buried in a soggy grave at the bottom of a sea of data. That would have been its fate.
Hey, there she is. That cost me damage, but now she's skating. Oh. I have to wait for her to walk home. Hey, ma'am, this isn't suspicious at all. Let me just skate around you menacingly. I can't believe they charged me money for that. Walk faster, lady. Walk faster. Walk faster. You live over this way. Get a move on. Look, here's your home. Go home. Get in there. I'm glad that they programmed you to walk so slowly into your home.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh, my dear lost lamb. What are you doing there?
Oh, this? This is all part of the Lise Clarkson murder investigation.
Something important, hmm?
Oh, yes. Very important. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me. But what should I call you?
I'm Tyrone Sanders, pastor of the Lucare Evangelical Church.
And what business does a pastor like yourself have in a place like this?
The skate house.
Well, I live over across the way there.
Do you have an intimate relationship with Mrs. Carpenter?
What? Why in the world would you suggest such a pitiful thing? Lordy, lordy. How could I ever become intimate with one who is so devoid of faith? After she lost her husband, she stopped coming to church. All she does all day is bowl. She even pruned the shrubbery in that pitiful fashion. Yes, truly pitiful.
Oh, he's the HOA.
And did you see that hideous ox of a dog she owns? Pitiful with a capital P. I tried speaking with her, but she shows no intention of changing her ways. Yes, I fear she never lends an ear when the good Lord reaches out to her. Indeed, I pity her from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, he's gonna hit that once we trap her in her house.
So you've been spying on her out of pity?
Spying? I'm merely awaiting the chance to lend her a helping hand. You best be careful, too. This town harbors much more danger than you're aware of. If you ever find yourself in need of salvation, feel free to stop by our church whenever you like. Our church also functions as a clinic. Someday, you may need our help.
Zach, did you hear that? Pitiful. Try saying that to someone in the city. They'd instantly slap you with slander or defamation charges. You'd be up to your neck in court papers. I doubt I'll tire of this town anytime soon. We should consider
I can
stopping
say whatever
by that
I want
church
to
whenever
them
we
and
get a
get away
chance.
with it. Alright. Now we go back to bowling. We gotta go fast. all these red dots are? Oh, it's animals. Oh, okay, that's the dogs. Clapping sound? This? That's me mashing the button as hard as I can. Because I'm getting impatient. Alright, I'll be real. I've been impatient for like 90 minutes now. Nah, that's the controller mashing. I'm doing that lazy gaming thing.
Looks
where...
like a case of bad timings. Let's come back later.
No. Making me come all the way over here. Gotta go up here. Gotta go to the room. Gotta go to sleep. When is it open? What are their hours? Wait. Is that the bowling alley? No, this is. What are your hours? Doesn't say. We know 9 a.m. They probably did that on purpose. Do they remember all the good things from Resident Evil? You won't find none of that in this game. Hold on, we gotta shower and shave and put our uniform on. She's so clingy right now. Well, did you play with her? Oh, we had poor water pressure. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what movie the shower's water pressure reminds you of. It's not you two, realness. Not you two. We gotta change uniforms. We gotta send this one for cleaning. We're looking classy for the bowling alley. We gotta go get food. Yeah, $5 to have his suit that he wore yesterday cleaned. The food was upstairs, right? Open. Alright, how do I eat? Oh wait, do I order over here?
My restaurant serves only the highest quality Creole cuisine.
Thanks, David. No realness.
The real deal. Which ain't too easy
Oh,
to
what did
find
I
in a
start?
backwoods town like this.
Did I hear wrong then? Set me straight, would you, Chef? I thought that Cajun food was the norm in Acadiana. Why would you go out of your way to serve Creole food here?
When I was a youngin', I trained myself at a famous restaurant in New Orleans.
A famous restaurant? That's incredible. Was it Arnaud's? Antoine's? No, don't tell me, I got it. Brennan's, right?
None of those, actually. But that place taught me how to really cook. Go on and try something, you'll see.
Very intriguing.
Order. Well, I guess I have to do this one. Damn good Coppa Joe.
That food was unbelievable. I see you weren't lying about undergoing
They didn't
training
even
at that
make
famous
an
restaurant.
image.
Ah, now you just trying to embarrass me, mister. I still appreciate it, though.
And you must have undergone some rigorous training in order to gain such refined technique. You put so much care into preparing everything just right. And your manipulation of that low-temp flame in order to bring out such a pleasant fragrance, simply perfect. This is true Creole food. You have to tell me now. Which famous restaurant did you train yourself at?
McDonald's.
Come on, chef, we need to know. Zach and I are begging you.
Ah, you drive a hard bargain, mister. All right, I reckon I can give you a hint.
Really?
Oh, just a hint now.
Fine, we'll take it. Just say it.
It's the restaurant that serves the most famous fried chicken in all of Louisiana.
Popeyes?
Crispy, crunchy. You know what I'm talking about? Bonafide fried chicken.
No, you can't mean...
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet they worked you pretty hard.
Mm-hmm, you betcha.
So that's how you acquire the mental fortitude necessary to cook such amazing food.
Okay. Alright, you got me there. It was Popeyes.
Oh, my time there taught me just how tough city life really is.
Amazing. Zach, did you hear all that?
Right when I was reaching peak frustration at the game, you
That's an
hit me with
incredible
that.
story, David. You really are a true chef. Both Zach and I have given you our official approval.
Alright, you won me back, game. You got me. I definitely did not expect that. Oh no! Did the game inspire you to get some Popeyes? Oh. Alright, that was a good joke. I think David's my favorite character so far. Hey man, if my Popeyes
Sorry for
wasn't
the wait,
always packed and a constant traffic issue, I'd be right there too.
Whatever.
Is Mrs. Carpenter here?
No, she hasn't come in today.
Everything's going according to plan. It's time to knock down the 10 maidens, Zach.
Okay, all this suspense. It's gonna work this time, right? It's gonna work this time, right?
Oh my lord, y'all are back? Listen up, y'all ain't gonna believe this.
What's wrong?
Mrs. Carpenter hasn't come in. For the first time in 10 years, what could it be? I just hoping nothing bad happened to her.
She's fine. You have my guarantee.
She's trapped in her house.
Oh my lord. I reckon if an FBI agent like you is convinced, then I should be too.
She can't walk past that gator.
What did I tell you, Patty? Value is a relative thing. We needed to find that figurine, no matter the cost.
Okay. Let's do it. This will lead us to the 10-foot tall man.
They don't have bowling alleys in the city no more?
Wrong, Patty. I have absolutely no interest in bowling. Tossing a heavy ball at lined-up pins? Where's the fun in that? You can't even call this a sport. It's a game for cavemen. Nonsense. Utter nonsense.
Then can I throw the ball instead?
Does Mafia 3 have this much talking and lack of action?
Absolutely not, Patty. This is part of the investigation. I need to do this myself, no matter how stupid it may be.
You're the one who's stupid. Sure looks like you're having fun to me.
Get a strike. 7 pound. He's a big man. He can handle it. No! I almost had it. There, nearly perfect. I didn't fail. You failed. What if I don't move anything? Nearly perfect again. There we go. I have Mafia 3, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, looks like I finally earned myself a rival.
Hey, I could have just done this yesterday, but no, you made me go through all that nonsense.
That was just a stroke of luck, Mrs. Carpenter. Despite how I may seem, I've never been any good at any of the ball-based sports that exist here on our planet.
Pretty bad like this?
Oh, no, you can't fool me. I can tell the FBI's giving you very special training. If I gave you a few lessons on top of that, I'm sure you'd be able to go semi-pro.
Semi-pro?
That's right. That's what I said.
Not pro, but semi-pro.
Yes, semi-pro. You'd never be able to go pro. You don't have what it takes.
Shut up, lady.
You could become a semi-pro if you tried really hard, though. Well, I guarantee it. Come back and see me when you feel like giving it a try. I'm sure my husband would forgive me if I let someone like you borrow my lane. Well, we gotta give youngsters a chance to grow. That's what we always say.
I could actually go semi-pro?
York was never seen again. He became a semi-pro bowler.
I'd take her words with a grain of salt if I were you.
Patricia, I can understand why you'd be envious of my talents. But you don't need to worry. You have your own unique talents, just like any other person.
He thinks she's jealous.
You shouldn't have to feel inferior every time you look at me.
You're unbelievable. You sure you don't need to get your head checked out?
It's so strange, Zach. I feel like I'm discovering a new side to myself.
Professional bowler.
By the way,
semi-professional
Mr. Special
bowler.
Agent, you said you're investigating the Lise Clarkson incident, yes? In that case, there's something you should know. That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie, and she was into the really bad stuff.
Red powder.
Oh, no wonder the FBI picked you. You already figured out that much. Well, the reason Lise turned into such a little hoodlum is because of her mother, Galena.
Galena?
Mm-hmm. A mother only in name. Oh, as far as I'm concerned, she's still nothing more than a child herself.
You called it. She's a bad mom.
Oh, dressing up in fancy clothes, always out on the town somewhere. Children giving birth to children. If these aren't the end times, well, I don't know what is. Oh, and they were always cooped up in that jazz bar. Galena wouldn't know proper parenting if it hit her in the tush.
Zach.
Oh, she said about
a jazz bar. We first heard about it from Patricia. It must be deeply connected with this case.
I like how Patricia's just standing there.
The red powder. It must be San Rouge. Following the Oracle and felling the 10 maidens sure paid off, didn't it?
You already had that clue.
Mr. Special Agent, are you all finished here?
Yes, Mrs. Carpenter. Thanks to you, I've gotten a new lead.
Oh, then how about you mosey on and let me get back to my bowling? I need to bowl my first game of the day or else I'm gonna get rusty. Well, what are you waiting for? Get a move on! Shoo! Shoo!
That was rude. Bowling has been unlocked. Guys, I could just keep playing bowling. Wait, what?
When the sun awakens, catch the tip of the baby bear's tail at the Force altar. At the entrance to the other world will reveal itself to you.
What? That's like 3 more quests.
Zach, it's another oracle. It appears that we're being guided by a mysterious power. This oracle is a simple one. The false altar. You already know what this is, right?
No.
The place
bridge?
where Lise Clarkson's body was first discovered.
It was the bridge?
She was found under a bridge at some sort of altar as if she was being worshipped.
Was it the bridge?
That's what Chef David said, right?
Yeah, he said it was the bridge.
When the sun awakens refers to dawn, of course, and the tip of the baby bear's tail is the North Star. At dawn, look straight to the north from where Lisa's body was found. On the surface, this oracle may seem tricky and convoluted, but it's still mere
Okay, we'll go there at dawn at some point.
Zach,
Hi,
let's follow the oracle
Shugagi.
and head to where Lisa's body was found.
Glad to see ya.
I don't know what Otherworld refers to, but I'm sure we'll find out once we get there.
Oracle?
I don't know anything that you just said, Realness.
That's right, Patty. This case is a rather complicated one, so Zach and I are following oracles given to us by a skeletal gentleman in order to crack it.
So go there between 6 and 8. That clears it up. Okay. So I do need to end the stream so I can get a bite to eat before Overwatch. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. Is today a one-off, or do you guys want more of this tomorrow? So I have no problem picking a different game for tomorrow. I just wanted to try this out. It fascinates me as much as it frustrates me. It's so annoying. But I'll leave it up to you guys. I have plenty of other things to choose from. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Credits are rolling. I do have to add a couple more things to it, though. So I'll do that tomorrow before stream. I've just been too lazy to update it. Because I still have Pokemon Unite and Ghostwire Tokyo to add. But yeah, thank you everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're streaming until 8, so it'll be a longer stream than today. I will catch you all later. Thanks again. Bye.